Hello everybody and welcome to another adventure on Wondermely's English Planet. Today I want to talk about classroom instructions, and so we're going to talk about verbs, right? Actions, things that we do in the classroom, okay? Or things that we don't do in the classroom. So let's start with the first one. I'm going to show you this symbol, and this symbol means don't. Okay, do not, right? Don't do it, okay? So for example, don't sleep in class. Sleep at home. Sleep is very important, but don't sleep in class, right? Your teachers will say, don't use your cell phone. This is very funny because right now we're doing everything with a cell phone. So when we go back to the classroom, your teacher will say, don't use a cell phone. Don't run, don't talk, right? So this symbol is don't. So we're going to start with something that is very, very important. Don't be late. Don't be late. If class starts at 9 and you come in at 9:30, you are late. So students, please don't be late. Don't be late to class, to the doctor, to your appointment, to a date. So don't be late, okay? So that's the first one. Another one that I want to talk about is the action of take out, okay? So I have a backpack here, and I'm going to take out my book, right? So take out, right? I'm going to take out my, what else do I have? Take out my pen. So it's inside, I take out, right? What else am I going to take out? I'm going to take out my scissors, which I forgot in my other video, students, about classroom supplies. I forgot to mention my scissors, but I'm going to talk about the scissors in a moment. So remember, students, take out, okay? So the opposite is put away, okay? So put away, okay? So your teacher will tell you a lot of the times, I do it with my students. If you've been my student, you know that all the time I tell you, students, put away your cell phone. Put it in your bag, right? Put it away, okay? So if you're going to take a test, your teacher will tell you, put away your book, put away your cell phone, right? But take out your pen, take out your pencil. So one more time, take out and put away. Okay, so I'm going to take out my book one more time, and your teacher will tell you, students, open your book, right? Open your book, right? It's the same with open the door, open the door, open the window. With my students, I tell them, students, what if your friend comes to your house and they don't have a mask? What are you going to do? Open the door or close the door? You're going to close the door. Don't come in, right? So I always tell my students also, students, what about in the winter time? Open the window or close the window? Close the window because it's going to be very, very cold, okay? So open your book, and the opposite is close your book, okay? Open your book, close your book. Open the door, close the door. Open the window, close the window, okay? Another one that your teacher is going to say is look, okay? Look. Look at the board. Look at the teacher. Look. Right? So look at the board. Look at your teacher. Look with your eyes, okay? So look. Then we have a very, very, very important, this is the most important thing, students. Listen, okay? Listen. When we spell listen, we have L-I-S-T-E-N, right? There's a T in there. We don't pronounce a T when we say listen, okay? Not listen, that is incorrect, okay? Listen, okay? So listen. Listen to your teacher. Listen to your teacher is the number one most important thing. Listen to your teacher. Okay? Please, 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 students. I promise that's one of the most important things in the classroom, okay? The other action that your teacher will tell you to do, and we do a lot in class, is read, right? Read, yes? So when you read, you get your book and you read. Typically you read silent. There's another one, students, when you read out loud. Again, read out loud. When your teacher says to read out loud, it means you're going to say the words that you read. For example, I will read here, and it says, explain that the students are going to write the sentences next to the correct picture. That's read out loud, okay? So you read out loud, you say the words when you read, okay? Everybody loves to read out loud. In the classroom when I say, students, who wants to read out loud? Nobody says anything. but read out loud, okay? The other one that I'm going to say is raise your hand, okay? Raise your hand. If you have a question, right, raise your hand. So students, when you raise your hand and you have a question, we say ask. You ask a question, right? One more time, you ask a question, right? And sometimes you raise your hand. Teacher, I have a question, okay? When the teacher or your classmate replies to the question, we say answer. One more time, answer. Answer the question, okay? So you ask the question, you answer the question, right? And you raise your hand, okay? The other one that I'm going to talk about is count. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So we count, right? It's with numbers. So count. The other one that I'm going to talk about is be quiet. So be quiet, students. Sometimes when you're taking a test, when you're doing something in the classroom and your teacher says, shh, be quiet, right? At the library, when everybody's studying, be quiet, don't talk, okay? So that's be quiet. Now, back to my scissors, because I keep forgetting my scissors. So students, the action when we use the scissors is cut, okay? One more time, cut. So you can cut paper. Do I have a piece of paper? Let me get a piece of paper here. So you cut paper. You cut hair. Cut. No, I'm not going to cut my hair, but I need a haircut because with the quarantine, I can't go to get a haircut. But anyway, so cut with your scissors. Don't forget scissors, okay? So you cut with the scissors. Okay, so students, the other one that I want to talk about is stand up. Stand up and sit down. So stand up, sit down. Okay, one more time. Stand up and sit down, okay? Next instruction is like this. Come here. Students, come here. Come here. When you're in the same room, you're coming to the direction of that person. Come here, okay? Come in is when you're outside, for example. Come in or don't come in, right? Open the door or close the door. So come in is when you're outside the door, okay? Come here is when you're in the same room. Okay, next action or verb, classroom instruction that I'm going to talk about is write. Okay, write. Don't get confused with the color. This is the color white. One more time. White is the color, but the action is write. Write. Write your name, all right? I always tell my students, if you like Lady Gaga, I love Lady Gaga. Do you know her song that goes ra 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 Rama Well, ra ra, write your name. So write, okay? Write with a pen or a pencil. You write. When you're using your computer or your cell phone, you type. Okay? You type. What else do I want to talk about? Another classroom instruction, students, is work in pairs. Work in pairs. Work in pairs is when you work with another person. Two people work together, okay? Sometimes your teacher will say work in pairs. The other one is work in groups. Work in groups, more than two people. 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. No more than 10 people because now we have coronavirus. We can't have that many people in the classroom, but work in groups, okay? Then we have work alone. Work alone, you work by yourself. If you take a test, you work alone, okay? So work alone. Work in pairs, work in groups, and work alone, okay? And the last one that I'm going to talk about is clap your hands. Okay, not clap your hand. This is one. You can't do clap with one hand. But clap your hands. Clap your hands, students. Good job. Please practice these classroom instructions. They're very important. Listen to your teacher is the most important one. And as always, if you like this video, hit like, hit subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your cousins, tell, I don't know, your Zoom class, right? Hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. Oh, and don't forget, please protect yourselves. Wear your masks. Oh, I have my other mask here. Ooh, wear your mask, wash your hands, protect yourself. Oh, students, your mask. Cover your nose when you wear the mask. Not like this. Like this. Okay? Please, please, please. Wash your hands, take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.